Today I'm going to be talking about how children should be taught more technology during their education. The world as we once knew it has changed. There are technological advances changing the world every day. If the next generation does not learn about these advances, they will not get the chance to improve their future and will be stuck inside the past. But this might not affect us directly as we are adults right now, and most of us have been growing around technology and its advances. It will have a huge impact on the future. So today I'll be talking about the past technological advances and how they impacted us, why it is important to be knowledgeable about the technology that surrounds you, and why it is important to teach the next generation about technology. First, I'm going to talk about the past technological advances that have impacted us today. The world we live in is now shaped completely by the technology we use. You can't even go outside without seeing someone with a smartphone that can talk to someone across the world or go on the internet. Television has impacted the world also. If you go to the major cities, they have these giant screens for advertisements. Again, you see everyone walking around with cell phones. You see people in their cars. They have the backwards camera so you can see behind you. People are using the internet, one of the most impactful technological advances to date, to find people they have lost contact to, Facebook, Twitter, to buy and sell things to people they would never be able to in a physical store, just like eBay or Amazon. According to a statistics website called CPC Strategy, around 96% of people over 13 years of age have used online shopping, and technology is also used to find people online to date. eHarmony, an online dating site, states that 40% of people who use an online dating site will find their match. There are some things that would have never happened without people learning about technology and wanting to make something of it out of their own out of it. Second, I'm going to talk about why it's important to be knowledgeable about technology that surrounds you. Many people know how to use a computer or smartphone, but to the people who don't, they are being left behind without information that could benefit them. They might not be able to work. They might not be able to contact an employer through email or type an important document for work. They're missing out on things that other people consider basic and take for granted. Most jobs that involve a computer ask you to type a certain speed or to be able to use a certain program efficiently. Now, I'm not saying that it will be impossible for these people to live without knowing about technology, but it makes a lot more sense to know about the things that surround us. In the future, not knowing how to use a computer could just be like not knowing how to read or write. I think that it is a duty to teach everyone to be proficient with technology so they can help other people in the future. And lastly, I'm going to talk about why it is important to teach the next generation about technology. I believe that technology is one of the most important things in this world. It creates a better world for us, and it can be used for good things or bad. But I think that overall it benefits us beyond our knowledge. And if that is true, then the people who are able to shape technology will be able to shape the future. Technology is a part of everything nowadays. It is in business, education, daily life. So if we don't prepare the next generation for their life, they will go with a handicap. The reason I did this speech isn't to insult people that can't or decide not to use technology. It is because I see people trying to use some piece of technology and they can't, and I feel like I should teach them if I know how to. I'm both sad and happy that technology is becoming such a major part of the future. It enables us to do so much more than I could ever imagine, but it also makes it easier for other people to hurt us. But it also hinders people that try to stay away from it. A story from the New York Times tells of Elmer Griffin, a retired truck driver who was rejected from a job at an auto parts store because they weren't able to use a computer to check inventory. It is unfortunate that there was a situation like this, and one of the ways to prevent it is to teach our future generations of technology. Right. Today I've talked about how the past technological advances have impacted us today, and about why it is important to be knowledgeable about technology that surrounds you. Thank you all for listening to my speech.